What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Nehemiah, aka Neo, and today we're going to be talking about Portland Trailblazers. Now, I did have really high expectations for these guys going into the offseason, even during the offseason, especially when Kevin Durant first came out. But right now, it seems like they're just disappointing me time after time. I'm not sure if this team is able to be one of the better teams going into next year, and they may even not even be playing, which is going to be disappointing. But let's get right now. So I think the biggest surprise about this
match point, blue team.
and Anthony Simon.
Why for you bury me in the cold?
However, I think that's really it. I think that their biggest offseason was Jeremy Grant. I do think that's going to be a valuable move right now. I don't think that that's going to be something that's could be really going to be really big for the next couple of years. And that's
Defeat.
it. And if that's the case, then it makes no sense for me to really evaluate this team as like one of the better teams that I had going forward. I expected them to at least make a move for Kevin Durant or any other star, especially because Damian Lillard is coming off a really bad injury that had him really struggling in the beginning of the year. But as a guy, or at least for Anthony Simons, I think that he could at least produce some of what KD can do. And if he's as legit as he was this season, I think that the Portland Trailblazers will at least have a fine offense. But it's still questionable to me whether or not their defense is going to be good enough, which is why I still wouldn't be KD on this team. KD, while he isn't necessarily the best defender, I would say that he, as a guy, could just roam around and be a weak side shot blocker, like he was at the Golden State Warriors. And I feel like he plays really good off the really spacing the floor type of point guards, especially when it comes to Damian Lillard and Stephen Curry. I think their play styles aren't the most similar, but they are of the same archetype, And I think, with that being said, I think that Kevin Durant would really benefit from a guy similar to Stephen Curry, and I think the next best thing is Damian Lillard in terms of play style, at least. However, I think that this team just kind of fell flat. They really have a lot of assets. Don't get me wrong. This team does have a lot of assets. They just haven't used them. They have a lot of picks that they can use. If Simons is another asset in case they really wanted to bail off of him. And they have a lot of young players who have a lot of potential, honestly. But just seeing them going out like this is kind of tragic, honestly. Me personally, I think that
my brother gave me this sword.
Time to make good use of it. Actually has to get traded.
I will introduce you to the many-faced god myself.
Or 60 million every year in the next couple of years, which is kind of crazy considering he's about to be like 34. But another thing that I do want to talk about is that I do think that they have a lot of stretching wing defenders, which are the type of players that the Toronto guys when they were the champions, and the Milwaukee Bucks kind of had after they were champions. It's still not, it's still not what you really want from a team. It's not something that's going to guarantee that you're going to win, especially if you guys don't have a really great interior defender, which they don't. If they got Deontay Hayes, this would also be a different story, because instead of Yusuf Nurkic, who has been on a steady decline for the last couple of years, Aiden does provide a really good offensive value, and he's a really good partner for Damian Lillard, especially on a pick and roll. So that situation would have worked itself out. Even a guy like Miles Turner could do wonders for this team. However, it's just looking like that's just not going to be the case. And I think that's just very disappointing that this team just hasn't really done what it's supposed to do. Especially going into this offseason, they just had a complete reset around Damian Lillard. Everyone, especially if Note was gone, or Robert Covington, CJ McCollum, all those guys, and they just don't have the players for this season. And I think that could really just put them over the top. If I were to give them a really good ranking, I think that they're around the 9th or 10th place. Even maybe the Lakers. The Clippers are obviously going to be better.
Match point.
Warriors,
Red team.
Back in the game.
So I think that they're in the rankings, Jazz and stuff. I don't think that that's a really good place that you want to be in, especially.
Match
Seems
point.
like the Lakers can
Blue
maybe
team.
What do we say to the many-faced god?
Even the San Antonio Spurs, they're really good this year too. Phoenix, Houston could be really good, especially with Jalen Green. A couple of weeks before the season, like just reading off this roster they don't have much, and it's really good stuff. I think that they should really be in the bags of trading this season, especially when it comes to guys like Yusuf Nurkic. I think that his time is starting to run out, and it's gonna get really hard for him going forward. And with that being said, it's just really hard to see this team has a really bright future. This team could contend in the future. I don't think Jeremy Grant is really a star like that. And with that being said, there's not much that this team can do if they don't get into the trade market.
I know.
I'm just hoping for the best for this team and hoping that Damian Lillard actually gets a really good playoff run with whatever team that he's on. But I'm not sure if that's going to happen. But yeah, that's just a sort of video. I don't really have much to talk about with this situation, so yeah. It's aka Neo, and I hope you guys are having a great one.